I'm Molly with Cash Out of My Home, and welcome back to our channel. And if you're wondering if you can really sell your house in a day with a cash offer, then you are in the right place. In today's video, we're diving into this question, separating fact from fiction. Can you really sell your house in just one single day? To start, let's clarify what a true cash offer really is, one in which you would hope to be receiving. A legitimate cash offer is when a buyer agrees to purchase your home without relying on any kind of bank financing, in which they take out a mortgage, such as an FHA, VA, conventional, or even a hard money loan. A straight cash sale is very different from a traditional home sale where the buyer needs to get approved from the bank in order to buy your house first. With a cash offer or a cash buyer, they should already have the funds or the cash in the bank today, especially if you need to sell your house as soon as possible. With most cash offers, it's typically assumed that the buyer is purchasing the home as is and that their offer comes with no contingencies. And being that the offer is cash, there would certainly be no required loan contingencies or bank ordered loan appraisals. However, there may be other contingencies in your contract. So if speed and time is your top priority, then make sure there are no other potential holdups like physical inspection contingency or any other additional terms written in there that may delay your closing. So can you really sell your house in just one day with a true cash offer from a legitimate buyer? Well, here's the truth. It's really unlikely to close the entire transaction in just under 24 hours, but you can sell your house in one day or at least get it under contract in one day. And here's how it works. Let's say you reach out to several home buying companies online. A quick Google search like sell my home for cash or legitimate cash buyers here in Chattanooga will pull up at least 5 to 7 home buying companies in your city or in your specific state. Now imagine you get a hold of one of these cash buyers that's willing to see your property today. If they're experienced enough and if they're qualified financially to buy your house, they could come up with an offer on the spot and you could have a purchase agreement by the end of the day. But what happens after you accept the offer? Now, even though you can sign an agreement the same day, the actual closing process usually takes a bit longer. Typically, the closing process when selling a house, even with a cash offer, is gonna take you at least 7 to 14 days, depending on your property's specific circumstances. What are those specific circumstances? Well, after you accept the cash offer, a few things do need to happen before the actual cash sale is finalized. This includes a title search, where the title company checks for any legal issues or liens on the property, like unpaid taxes, even unknown liens, or any mortgages. A formal and full title search can take at least up to 7 to 14 days to complete within the state of Tennessee. And if something adversary does show up on the title report, you, the buyer, and the title company will have to take the time to resolve the issue before closing can officially take place. The one contingency that's in every home buyer's contract is the right to clear and equitable title to the property. Why it's fast, but it's not instant. The major difference comes down to the elimination of finance and contingencies. In a traditional sale, the buyer needs to apply for a mortgage, get approved, and then wait for the bank to complete the paperwork, which can obviously cause unexpected delays. But with the cash offer, this whole step is just side-skipped. So if you're in a position where you don't have time to waste and selling your property is a need and not a want, accepting a cash offer is almost guaranteed to be a quicker and smoother home selling process. And if you're selling to a legitimate home buyer or a company in your area, they're most likely not going to ask you to conduct any repairs or renovations before selling your home, which could pretty much allow you to walk away scotch-free from the property. Now let's address the elephant elephant in the room. While it's still possible to sell your house in a day in terms of getting an offer and even agreeing to that offer, it's important to manage expectations. The process can be fast, and in the best case scenario, your closing can happen within 7 days as long as your title comes back clear. Now let's address the elephant in the room. While it's possible to sell your house in a day in terms of getting an offer or even accepting that offer within that day, it is important to manage your expectations. The process can be fast, and in the best case scenario, your closing can happen within 7 days as long as your title search comes back clear. You can consider paying extra to the title company to expedite that title search. And if you know that you're dealing with legal paperwork because you're in a situation like probate, foreclosure, or maybe divorce, some delays are to be expected. But it's really important that everyone is on top of their game and you're on top of every document, and every party involved, including you, the buyer, as well as the title company, is on track for a quick closing. Even then, selling your house outright for cash is a much quicker and expedited process than actually listing your house on the market, having to go through a realtor, having to show your property multiple times, and potentially having to negotiate with multiple buyers. Whether you end up selling your house to a cash buyer, even if you do decide to put your property on the market, working in a transaction where realtors are gonna be involved, this process is most likely gonna take a longer time. So how do you go about getting a cash offer today and selling your house quickly in Tennessee? Well, start by researching reputable home buyers in your area. And again, a Google search like cash offer for my house in Chattanooga or local cash home buying companies reviews in North Georgia should pull you up some reputable and local companies that are actually buying in your area. It's important that you look at their reviews. Ideally, they have video testimonials or verified Google or Yelp reviews. And you can reach out to multiple buyers. You can compare offers from multiple buyers. There should be no obligation to accept their offer or work with them. And a tip that I always suggest is ask for a proof of funds. This will ensure that they can actually close on your deal. You can even ask for it before they come out to the property. And if they're not willing to show that to you, that's often going to be a red flag. Expect your property to be walked through at least once. Most buyers are going to want to see your property either in person or virtually via FaceTime to assess its condition and its value. This step is often very quick, but it's important to clarify whether they're going to request repairs or adjustments after they conduct that walkthrough. Most home buying cash companies are going to buy your property completely as is, which is going to save you from conducting any repairs or renovations. When you do receive a cash offer from a buyer, ask for a detailed breakdown. Some buyers deduct fees for administrative costs, which can significantly lower the amount that you walk away with. But a legitimate cash buyer that knows what they're doing will be transparent about all costs up front. They're going to charge no commissions. They'll cover all the closing costs and even possibly help you with some other associated fees. Now, once you accept an offer, the next step is critical, which is opening escrow. This is where a neutral third party like a title company or an escrow agent is going to manage the transaction to ensure that both parties fulfill on their obligations that are in the contract. The buyer is going to deposit their funds, the EMD, to the title company, and they're going to go ahead and start that title search and make sure that there are no liens or unpaid taxes on your property. And again, if speed is your top priority, you should let them know ahead of time that you're gonna want an expedited title search. It's also important to think about any timing and any flexibility that you may actually need after the home is sold. So some buyers offer rent back agreements, letting you stay in your home temporarily while you finalize your next steps. So if you're looking to sell your house in 24 hours or at least receive a cash offer for your house, working with a legitimate cash buyer is gonna be the best way to speed up the process and avoid the headaches that would come with working with a real estate agent. And if you so happen to be in Chattanooga, Tennessee, or North Georgia, and you're looking for a fair cash offer on your house from a reputable home buying company, you can certainly reach out to us. We've been buying homes in Chattanooga and in North Georgia since 2017. Just head over our website to read our reviews, or feel free to give us a call. It'll all be listed here in the description. And if you're still in the mood for education and you want to learn more about home selling solutions solutions, head over to this playlist here. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below and we will make sure to respond to them. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.